Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love.
Do-do-do-do.
Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day fiancé.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality, yes,
Let's love.
Y'all, Poodle just got through working out on his Peloton and he quickly fixed his hair and it's kind of brushed down to his face, kind of like Zac Efron in High School Musical.
Ooh, are you attracted to me?
No, because I'm not attracted to twinky little sprites. You literally look you are such a twink when you put your hair forward. It's ridiculous. If you're watching the video, you're
Especially
seeing
if
this
you
right
see my
now.
shoulder.
Stop it.
Ooh.
Stop it.
Ooh.
No more of your shoulders.
Oh, my
No
nipple.
more.
How about my nipple?
Oh, God. I'm so
You paid
sorry,
$15
y'all.
for a reason.
Boy.
Like this?
To lose
You mean the,
it really is. I mean, I'm so glad that hairstyle is not in style anymore because it also makes you look like kind of like a creepy
I'll fluff it up.
pedophile,
I'll
but
fluff it
also
up.
a twink at the same time.
How about this? Is this better? I just got out of the shower. Here. It was a different way. It was pushed aside. No one cares about any of this.
They don't.
Okay, that's working.
There
Is that
you
better?
are.
That's off of my face.
Yes,
I'm
that's
sorry.
fluffier.
I'm sorry that I'm offending your sensibilities.
It's like I'm talking to someone who's about to star in Peter Pan.
I'd be a good Peter Pan.
You would be
gender fluid Peter Pan.
Actually, you would be a really good Peter Pan.
I would.
Because Peter Pan looks childish. They can sing high. Also, Peter Pan is kind of a bitch. Yeah. Peter Pan is a bitch.
I
He's
won't
always
grow up. I don't want to go to school.
And he's always telling Wendy she's a wet blanket.
Yes.
And then she's just sticking. Wait a minute. Am
She
I
is a wet
Wendy?
blanket.
She is.
Also, like me, in a movie version, I would probably be played by a woman.
That's true.
So
This is true.
I considered it an honor for a
Like that
woman
new
to play
show,
me.
Chad.
Oh, I think it's such a fantastic idea. I mean, they can say that Pen 15 had that. They're saying they did the concept before, but actually the Chad was in production, or I think not pre-production, and the idea was in the works before Pen 15 came out. But I love that concept where it's just a cis woman playing like a 14-year-old boy. It's such a great idea.
I like that too a lot, actually. I like it when I'm fine with now. I'm a little different when people are playing trans characters. But
no, that's
I'm going to say I'm bringing that up because I want to distinguish. This is different than that. This is actually
this is completely. This is making fun of how terrible middle schoolers are.
Yes.
That's what
wonderful.
Pen 15 is doing. Yeah,
there we go.
I don't think
is that Penn and Teller doing that?
It's
What's
Pen
it called,
Pen
Pen
15 like penis. You've never seen that with Maya Erskine and I can't remember her name.
Thought.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's on Hulu. It's two women, but they play themselves at in junior high age, and all the other cast is played by normal kids, middle schoolers.
Oh,
it's
I thought it was
fucking genius.
Penn and Teller in middle school, and so one's just not talking, and they're doing magic.
Who cares about any of that?
Well, it just said Pen 15. The name.
Why
is
would
confusing.
I watch Penn and Teller?
I don't know, but it was confusing. Y'all, welcome to Reality
it's
Gaze.
not if you're in the world. You're just not. I'm so frustrated with your inability to understand any common cultural signifiers in the entertainment business. That's like what we do, and you don't even know these shows. It's actually insulting. As your business partner, it's insulting to me. And I've asked you to do better, and you refuse to.
No, I read reality stuff more.
You refuse. You just stay a
We don't
clueless,
cover scripted shows.
clueless simpleton.
Yeah. Y'all, welcome to Reality Gaze. This is part 2 of season 8, episode 15 of 90 Day Fiancé, titled "Love Me or Leave Me." Y'all,
we have an
here on the show
announcements.
today, we have Mother Poodle here today. Everybody,
y'all,
everybody,
if Mother Poodle would have had the day I had, she would have walked out. I was just trying to get moving boxes from the UPS store, and when they didn't have any, she would have said, "Okay, go somewhere else." And she would have said that as she was leaving. And then if she would have gone into FedEx and waited to get into FedEx in line, keeping social distancing, and then they told her there was a 2-box minimum because they hadn't got their shipment in, she would have, well, fuck. I guess I'm going to have to go somewhere else. Could this day get any worse? God. Just to strangers.
what I was going to say, she would say that to people that don't know her.
To strangers.
She totally would.
And then as she would be going to, if she was me, she would go to Staples, and she'd bought her boxes and walked like a penguin, how awkwardly there. And we're having a windstorm in Los Angeles right now. And the wind caught the air of my boxes and took them out of my hands. And I shouted at a man on the street, "Sir, please stop that box." But it wasn't said like that. It was like, "Sir, stop that box."
Which is what they yelled at him in college.
Yeah. But more like stomp that box.
Stomp that box.
He did help me, but I still had to carry them to my car awkwardly.
But Mother Poodle would have done something differently than you did. She would have walked by the windows at FedEx and UPS and said, "Got my boxes at Staples."
You're right. She would do that.
They got a ton.
She would.
So easy.
We would call that gimmying. My mother. So that's what my mother did when she had her vaccine. When they gave her vaccine at a place and they told her that her temperature was over, she went back to the place that told her that she had a fever. And she's like, "Look what I just got. I got my COVID shot. I'm giving all my prescriptions now."
Because now she goes, "So what store is it?" She just brought him up.
Ingles or something like that.
Ingles,
Mother Poodle is petty as fuck. She's
so literally she transferred all her prescriptions to
just
Ingles?
to prove a point. I can kind of respect it, but it's a lot. It's a lot of she'll go to a length. She'll go to a lot of lengths to be vindictive.
What's it like to be? She's going to be alone on that island because she's burned all those bridges.
She'll through sheer force. She'll get through.
She'll get through. Y'all, we're going to get through this show today. A couple of quick announcements. We just want to mention that this By Curious episode that will be dropping sometime this weekend, probably.
Seeking Sister Wives, episode
Seeking
1,
Sister Wives.
season 3, which is the season premiere.
3.
Y'all, I watched it.
You said it's bonkers. I haven't seen it yet.
Super bonkers. We have the Snowdens who we've seen before. That's Dimitri with the dreadlocks and his cuckoo wife with vaginal steaming. But there is another one who another guy who's so creepy, Sidrian or something like that. He's so creepy, and you've got your whole other gambit of like creepos and like whack jobs. So it's going to be a good season, you guys. We're only doing one episode right now, though, so look for that probably this weekend.
I don't know why no one has ever done a reality show of some of these just called thruple. of people's, especially like of gay people in thruples, because gay guys that I know that are in thruples are fucking cuckoo. I'm not saying everybody in the throuple is cuckoo. I'm just saying the gay men I know that are in thruples
They are
crazy.
I think
They're insufferable.
I think you have to work really hard to keep your rules in check in thruples. I know
because you've ruined some.
Maybe. Yeah, I may have had someone screaming outside my door. Where is he? Where is he? Come out! I know you're with that little shit.
I forgot about that.
Come out, Roger.
Come out, and let me see what dick you suck.
Smell your dick.
Y'all, we'll smell your dick. So that's coming out for Bi-Curious. We don't want to remind y'all that if you're on the Patreon, not in Supercast, because this is a $15 level, we're going to be doing a YouTube live on Sunday. And then we'll be together. And then Discovery Plus, our single life episodes, y'all are loving.
Ooh.
We're going to be dropping 2 more of those, hopefully, on Friday. And then
unless cancer gets in the way.
Unless been a long week. Y'all, I will never live below someone ever again. This Airbnb, someone woke me up at 4:30 in the morning, fucking jumping on the ceiling above me. And I went to bed. I didn't go to bed till 1, had to be up at fucking 6 o'clock. I've got to be up early tomorrow, and I swear to Jesus, I told Poodle.
You need earplugs.
Ahead. What do I need? Oh,
earplugs.
I have some.
Earplugs.
I have some. I took them for the Airbnb. Maybe I'll do that.
That's what I wore on China tour when my roommate wouldn't stop snoring.
But what if my dad falls and he can't get up, and then I don't hear him?
You can hear it. You can't not hear anything. What is he falls? Is he not gonna like scream for you?
No, he won't fall. It's just I'm scared.
But I'm saying he would yell loud enough to wake you up.
Maybe this is on the other side of the apartment, and there's a second bed in his room. And I said, "Well, Dad, I'll sleep in your room." And he's like, "No, you're not going to do that. You're going to have your own space." But I can't hear him. This is boring. Who cares?
I was just about to say, did you see me just zone out for a minute, guys? And wish I was somewhere else?
Boy, y'all see, and you can see, if you're watching the video now in our Reality Gaze intimate portrait on our $15 tier for Patreon, you can see how much Poodle just zones me out in the middle of the show.
I just really looking out to the corner.
It's very rude.
I mean, but you're talking about Vicks Vapor Rub that you put on your father.
I mean, you know what? I'm here for the listeners, so I put up with it.
Oh God, y'all! So the
burden I carry.
The other announcement. What was the other one? We had something else.
March Madness review.
You have 5. Y'all ready for this?
Power.
I haven't been to a dance club in at least 35 years.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, did they still play that at basketball games? Did they play Pump Up the Jam when you go see the Celtics?
Pump up the jam, bump it up. Can you play Technotronic?
Yep. Oh, are they playing that at the Warriors game?
What were we saying? Oh, so you guys leave a review. The last date you can get your review up, the last day that we're reading those, is March 28th. So please.
But you got to leave it now.
Yeah, because sometimes it takes a while.
A week. So to be honest, like if you haven't left it already, you're almost too late.
Someone asked if you could leave a review in Canada. I think so.
I don't know these things.
Canadian iTunes.
Apple Podcasts.
Maybe it's like Canadian dollars. It's not the same.
Maybe.
They have all kinds of different shit.
They do a lot of shit differently than we do. Some of it quite better.
You can't get Discovery Plus in Canada.
That's not better. Yeah. Which makes I guess you get a VPN.
I guess.
Melanated Way did a whole show about it. If you want to look at it. I care. I care for Canadian sissies.
What was that? Canadian.
Canadian.
I Canadian.
Anyway. Have you ever fucked a Canadian?
Oh yes, more than once.
I don't know if I have.
They're
too
not
late
that
now.
different than us. They don't have hooves.
That'd be kinky. All right, let's jump into this.
There are
Shall
no
we? It's getting
horns
a
to
weird.
speak of.
Oh, now I'm turned on.
A lot of Canadian men are uncut. Speaking of uncut penises, y'all, it's been huge in the 90-day world. I know it started in the 90 Day Savage group, but it's supposedly a dick pic that was Jovi's was leaked. I received it.
Then I heard it was fake.
Yara, this is the newest development. Yara has been on social media all day saying, nope, not his. So you'd think she would know.
I think she would know. Now look, we appreciate if you're in the sissy squad, I just want to say we talk about dicks all we want, but we don't share the dicks on the page.
We don't want to distribute.
That'll get us kicked. Someone literally just tried to post a picture of just a raw dog and dick. Y'all, that'll get our Facebook group shut down.
You are stop from doing this. That was a big violation. But
you can't do that.
Even if you don't, Facebook is stepping up their parameters for especially when you see phrases like DM me, that's now a searchable thing that like the Facebook can do that. And if you guys have been out there, if you've been Facebook jail, they are getting real strict these days.
If you want someone to message you, just say, "Come at me" on chat, and
I don't think I want that either, because there's just going to be 1,000 people saying, "Come at me."
Come at. Fine.
What you do outside of our Facebook group is none of our business. That's what I want to say.
Yes, if you want someone to message you in our group, just put it right like
don't write anything outside the group. That's what I fucking said. God damn it! Shut up and stop correcting me, Lord. Don't you love it when someone talks, someone corrects and makes what you should say something that's like for public consumption every time?
Speaking of someone that corrects you all the time, shall we jump into this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Y'all, okay, we're starting off kind of with probably the biggest bombshell to drop this episode.
Let's jump in.
Andrew and Amira.
And y'all, I doubt that there's any Andrew stands after this episode. Boy,
you always say that like somebody was. I don't think there was.
I just try to picture in my mind the people defending him. I don't know if it's possible now. We've known he's a couple things on my hands. Creepy, definitely. He's the guy who rubs your shoulders in theater class.
Yeah.
He's creepy. He is manipulative.
Yes.
He is we found out before he is also he's very much a gaslighter.
Oh, we're going to go.
And number 4, now we know that he's super abusive in the way he talks to her. So, can I see on the big board, piece of shit? Ding! Ding! Absolute piece of shit, y'all. He revealed himself to be the absolute most toxic, terrible person on this season, and he's got a lot of competition. But he did it. He did it with those text messages. Good Lord.
Question: who grosses you out more, Andrew or Mark from Classless? Because I know you can't stand Mark. I mean, I can't either.
I viscerally respond to Mark in a way that grosses me out. I think Andrew is a better person who takes human form. He hides it better. He acts like a sensitive person.
See, and for me, that's why
he's more dangerous.
Mark is fucked up, but also all of his emotions, it's coming from a place of hurt and OCD and like almost kind of like his own well, just kind of really just his own anxiety and his own fear. And it's like we've talked about.
Kind of. He's still a piece of shit, though. He's still
Oh,
disgusting.
he's a piece of shit, but I'm saying it's much more. Let me draw the parallel or the difference is that. So he's coming from that place, whereas Andrew, this is diabolical.
Oh yeah,
like, this to me feels in a way like evil, and I want to hurt you. I want you to feel like shit, and I want you to.
He hates women.
Jump off a bridge.
You can see that he wants to hurt her. He hates women. I guarantee if you look if you are able to see relationships he's had previously, there's no friends with exes. There's all violent breakups that tell about what a terrible person he is. He doesn't end things well.
No. So the episode kind of starts with Andrew saying that Amira didn't get on the flight. She had a panic attack. She didn't board the plane.
And we immediately kind of feel sorry for him. Yeah, kind
of. I didn't, but we didn't. But they want, and he said, I woke up thinking that she was going to be here, and she's not. And
he's like, I guess I just fucked up.
Well, that's what.
And then he made it about him.
He didn't even say fucked up. He said, which was the grossest line of everything he said through this whole segment to me, is he said, I failed. And I went, oh.
I guess it's all about you. Some kind of test.
This is about
to get her there.
Winning a prize. He didn't say anything of like, what is she going through? Poor her. Poor Amira. Nothing. So, but then we get a flashback of 24 hours earlier. And I'm going to say something that Poodle Boudreaux says all the time. Y'all, the crew fucking hates Andrew. They hate him, but they also love it because they knew when they filmed this, we're going to fuck this guy over. Mm-hmm.
The only one who likes Andrew is his dog.
Barely.
I feel sorry for that dog.
I do too. So, yeah.
So we go 24 hours earlier, and it's Amira, and she's crying hysterically. I thought he was the one, and I did write down, we've been critical with the way she did her makeup before, and I was struck by her wearing no makeup and how fresh-faced, and she just looked like a different person.
She looked beautiful.
I know. It was just.
I think it's the best she's looked.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Gorgeous.
Because she wears. It's almost like she's trying too hard when she puts on her makeup.
Well, yeah,
it's that kind of.
I think she probably feels inadequate sometimes because she's dating because she's with somebody like Andrew, who's probably and probably has a litany of other men that have made her feel like shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, she looked gorgeous, even though she was crying her heart out, and she kept saying, "I thought he was a good person." And that was what was so gross to me. It's not even like I thought he was the one. She said that, but I thought he was a good person. And she found out that he's a piece of shit.
And then you could see her phone. And like I think Linda from the Melanated Way put up a thing about it. And a lot of people have. But some of the things that he wrote about her. Go ahead.
We should preface because she said a few pardon me. So Andrew made it about she freaked out and did board the plane. What Andrew didn't tell us is Amira said a few hours before the flight, Andrew calls and he picks a fight. And he says, it's not working out for me because you don't want to have children.
Right.
And she kept
we're
telling
not on
him
the same page as.
I'm not saying that we're not having children. I'm just saying that in a general sense, and we need to treat better. And then that's when Andrew said he got really angry at her and he said, that's where you have to make two choices. You need to make a choice. And they got off the call, and that's when he started just throwing these text messages at her. So I just want to say this, that it wasn't just out of the blue. It was him starting this fight. Anyway, go ahead, Poodle.
No, I just want to say that the texts basically were like, it's not working out. We're not in the same place as far as children goes. He texted her a ticket to Paris and says, well, now you have a choice to make. Again, putting it on her, you guys. So he can say, it's almost like a Mike thing. Well, Natalie didn't choose me. She wanted to do something else.
He literally even said, now you have, and he even did this countdown of like 3,
5. It was
2.
disgusting. And he said, I'm going to have like 60 seconds is all the attention I have. That's fucking diabolical. You're exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
It's gross. It's like he's something on like
It's
Saw
diabolical.
movies.
Yeah.
I was appalled.
Yes. Whereas Mark is a piece of shit, but he's almost Mark is more like Paul. He's so fucked up and traumatized and has this stuff. He hurts people, and there's like they know they're doing it, but then they don't. This is like calculated, and we've said this word before, but this is like calculated sociopathic behavior.
It's this.
It's not. When he told her, he said, "Now you have a lot more rope to hang yourself on," and then he said, I've got talking to do, and I strongly suggest you engage me now. My time is
limited. I wonder
y'all, he raises children.
What has to happen to a person to grow up like this? Is it that he's so babied by his mother or so dissatisfied, almost like an incel with the women around him, that he starts to hate all women?
Something really traumatic had to have happened for him to be this way.
And I'm not trying to make him a victim. He's disgusting. No. But good Lord.
No,
this people doesn't happen like overnight.
Says, hurt people. Right. And often if it doesn't go, you have to mentally sick people or people with struggling with mental disorders really to grow up around that. I would imagine that one or both or his caregivers, his family members were dealing with something like that, because you have to if you don't have an awareness of that can creep into your own psyche as well. Now a lot of that can be chemical as well, so and he could have. So that was a very reductive way of explaining that, but it is what I want to say is, something happened. We haven't seen his dad. His dad die.
I'm not sure we've heard, but one thing I wrote down: she did everything he asked her to. Everything. She went to Mexico on some creepy like weird.
She went to Serbia.
Thing. She went to fucking Serbia for 2 weeks during a pandemic, and he was still trying to find a way to either sabotage her or make her cross consecutive Rubicons to come to him. In other words, it's like trying to. Like giving her even a harder task to do, and something that was even harder. And here's something even harder. I'm going to pick a fight with you and see if you can still come, because then you will have passed some kind of tests to be with me, which is fucked up.
But that's a sociopath. A sociopathic tendency is you have to prove yourself to me. You have to prove that I'm the biggest priority in your life.
Yeah.
It would be really hard on Andrew if they had children. It would be hard on Andrew, and honestly, I would worry about like what
he would feel,
because he would be jealous of the baby because she would love the baby more than him. It would be really horrible.
And Amira is so kind of still brainwashed by him, because I'm sure someone like Andrew, and this is the worst part, you guys, he's reasonably intelligent. So he, especially in the way he kind of groomed her, and I'm using that term carefully. He groomed her to think a certain way about him, and to think that he's the one who loves her more than anyone else. And if someone, we've said this before, you guys, if someone is grooming you, taking away from your friends, taking away from your family, and things like that, that's a red flag.
Also, that same person is making I've had a good friend that recently went through a sociopathic kind of relationship about a year ago. And so it's very fresh to me and went horrifically bad. But the idea of seeing my friend call me and say, this is what my gut's telling me, but they keep gaslighting you. And so if you're in a relationship where you realize you're not trusting your gut at all anymore, that's a red flag. Like I hate that Amir went through this. I only hope that so many women watching this, please, if you saw your relationship in any of this, listen to me now, get out. Get out of this relationship. You deserve more. You are better. I don't care if it's a pandemic. This is for your safety. Get out.
Call your mom, call your dad, call a friend, call an aunt. Get out now.
Yeah.
This is the kind of thing that ends in physical abuse or crime or murder or something like that, you guys. This is...
Don't call Poodle. He's moving.
I'll get back to you the next day. Actually, you can help me. You can help me set stuff up. I'm moving next week. So anytime before Thursday, then I can help you build a new identity.
You should call. I'm telling you something now. You need to, and I hate this, but as someone who has been stressed out and I just did this, you need to pause your cameos for the week.
One expired just as I was doing this, and I need
you've
to.
got to pause
I'm
your
dealing.
cameos,
I'm still
honey.
dealing with old phone, new phone, because my new phone, my Cameo wasn't working on my new phone for some reason. Yeah, and now it's starting to work, but it's not showing me. I need to go. I'm afraid my new phone is a lemon too. I'm afraid it is.
I don't think your phone is a lemon.
You think I'm a lemon?
Spectrum.
Oh,
I think Spectrum is a lemon.
I need to switch.
And you need to switch to a real
switch
phone
to
carrier.
Mint Mobile.
Switch to Mint.
I'm gonna need to see a shirtless Ryan Reynolds.
But yeah, and they do podcast sponsoring. Maybe you'll get a free plan.
We did. They did come for a while back. They came for us.
They did.
They came for us.
So that's when kind of Amira goes. She says, I'm walking to the gate, and then she's like, I'm going to my office, and she just kind of has this panic attack.
Well, no, he texts her again and says, I hope you know that you're going to meet an angry fiancé when you get here. And that's what I wrote. Scary. What the fuck?
Fuck. That is scary.
You guys.
Thank you for bringing that up.
You guys.
Like y'all, seriously, I'm afraid he would fucking knock her out when she got there. Or another time. I mark my words, if she was there within 6 months, he would have hit her.
How old is he again? He's like mid-20s or late 20s?
Yes.
Something like that?
I don't know. Also, I just want to say
maybe
the views
30s?
of reality gays, y'all, these are alleged. These are the opinions of a reality gays. None of these are based in fact. If you're Andrew and you're listening to this show, don't come for me because I work at a law office. I can protect ourselves.
Oh,
so
if you're Andrew and you're listening to the show, you can come for me. I don't give a shit. I'll reduce you to fucking ashes.
We're telling our listeners, none of these are facts. These are our opinions, but we do say this with a bit of
no, we know who he is.
Clarity.
We know who he is.
Yeah, we know.
He has shown you who he is. You guys, this whole season, from the staying in the hotel and staying at the resort and not going home, he showed you who he was.
He did. And the best thing that Amira did, and all this goes for you too, if you're in this kind of moment of, what do I do? I'm in this panic mode. When you're in this state, it's a crisis. You're not actually in the right state of mind to even make any type of rational decision. And the best thing that Amira did is she reached out to somebody who she knows actually loves her and supports her, and she called her father. And her father was able to say, don't come home. He's a piece of shit. Yep. And so that's what I asked for you. And then, so she doesn't get on the flight, and Andrew then texts her and says, by the way, logistics are not important, but can you send the ring back? Amira, don't send that ring back. Amira, you fucking sell that ring. You sell that ring for whatever you want. Because you know what? It's probably only worth $200.
It's not worth anything, but you should keep it. This came from something from Mike too. We'll talk about Mike and Natalie too. I kind of think if you're given an engagement ring, you should keep it.
They talked about this in the Sissy Squad today. They did a thread about it and a lot about this in the Facebook group.
I think it's a gift. Like anything else, it's a gift.
It's a gift.
Now, for me, personally, if someone had given me an engagement ring and it reminded me of that person, I'd hawk that shit real quick. But that's me.
The only reason I would keep it, and I would either keep it for if I had to get over it, but I probably would get rid of it or repurpose it or something like that. Unless if they gave me a ring that was a family heirloom, I would give it back to them. If they gave me like their grandmother's ring, or something like that, I would.
And supposedly that ring was Mike's mother's ring from Natalie's. But I don't think she's thinking. I don't think Natalie's thinking clearly right now. And because we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But anyway,
I mean,
there's no. He doesn't even apologize to her. You guys. He doesn't even say sorry. We couldn't.
He never will
have a nice life. Nothing like that.
No, he never will.
And I wrote, she's going back to France, and I wrote, thank goddess, thank the moon goddess above, thank you, vernal equinox goddess, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord, Lordess. Oh, I've never been so happy for someone not to go to meet her fiance. You said barbecue sauce over me.
Sorry, there was a delay.
You bitch.
I agree. There's, Amira.
So
hopefully she watches this and she's like, wow. And I hope she gets a gift that a lot of women, I say women, this happens to men too.
Yeah.
So, but primarily it happens a lot to women.
More often. Yeah.
To women. She gets, I think, potentially a gift that a lot of women don't get to watch this back. And there could be a lot of PTSD in that, but I'm hoping that allowed her to see that none of this was her fault.
Yeah. I mean,
that none of this she was never stupid. She was never dumb. And she was just trying.
I think what it will get her to see is the only mistake she made was trusting someone fully. And that's not necessarily a mistake in a way.
It's not if you grew up trusting people,
right,
and you meet a sociopath who knows exactly what to say.
But I will say, with the world the way it is, with internet culture the way it is,
oh yeah,
I guarantee you, he was very careful about showing her who he was. Oh, and then, and then after all the grooming, then when you do show who you are, she's too far in, or she thinks that they're.
That's exactly what happens.
Exactly. Yeah, you're too far in,
Amira. We said this book before, but y'all, if you are a woman dating, you should read The Sociopath Next Door. It will change the way you look at. And Amira, read that book. But that's exactly what happens. Exactly. You're groomed, and then you say, I'm too far in.
I don't have anyone else.
Yeah.
My friends and my family have kind of been done with me. So now I have to do it.
They told me that he was a loser. They told me this. Yeah. I didn't listen to them. What are they? It's the shame that binds you in the relationship.
Ooh, and so listen to you.
Well, that's a Bradshaw thing. He wrote Healing the Shame That Binds You. But if you are in this right now and you're feeling shame, I'm telling you right now, nobody in your life who actually loves you cares about that shame. Let it go and get out.
At the same time, if you think that your parents or your friends or your extended family or someone like that don't love you anymore and they're done with you, that's not the case.
No.
They will be there for you. Someone will be there for you.
And if they don't, we love you. And we care for you. And our sissy squad will be there for you.
Just not on my moving day.
There we go. Since we're talking about rings, should we just move on to Mike and Natalie?
Yeah.
Let's move on. We'll take a commercial later because we still have a lot of people to talk about.
Okay.
We still got Hazel. We got Brandon and Oh wait, I skipped. You're wrong.
You were going off script,
I'm so
and
sorry.
I was rolling with it because I'm a professional.
Right. You're right, and I was wrong.
Okay, thank you.
Did that make your heart flutter?
No,
Like you
don't-
just did
You don't
poppers
need
when
to.
I said that?
You don't need to go into a grand gesture. That's okay. People make mistakes.
Are you kidding? Your nickname in junior high was Grand Gesture.
But it said on my jersey. I do love a grand gesture, y'all. That is the truth. Love a good grand gesture. Woo!
What is the grandest gesture a guy has made for you?
I was. You know what it was? This is kind of weird, and a guy I dated as recently as like 3 or 4 years ago. On Valentine's Day, I said I don't want to go out on Valentine's Day. No, because we've only been dating about maybe 3 months. I said, can we just like take a night off? And he's like, that's ridiculous. Let's just do something. He took me. We saw a play. He didn't let me know what I was doing. Which I don't like. And
yeah, you hate surprises.
But I really liked the play. And then we went to this little restaurant nearby. Like only like 6 or 7 tables. He had made the reservation like 3 weeks back because he had to do it. And I was just like, oh, this is so nice. And then we walked there from the car, and when we walked back, it was raining, and we walked in the rain, and it was so lovely, and it was just like so simple. Yeah, we're not together anymore.
And then what did you do when you got in the car? You made out with him, didn't you?
Yeah. Maybe I did that later. I may have given him roadhead.
Wow, the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. Honk honk.
Honk, honk.
I'm sorry, my nose is itching so much because my allergies around here, you guys.
That happens.
It's so bad.
Poodle's not doing coke.
No,
he'd be slimmer. I would too if I did coke.
You'd be too thin. That's the problem with cocaine if you're a cokehead. But no, I think grand gestures are nice, but I don't need a big gesture. I almost
grand gestures all the time it's a red flag.
Fake. Yeah.
Red flag.
But I do like my nice things. I do like and the guy, and I will say the guys who I dated who had money, yes, there were always grand gestures, but they always felt empty. Let's call them medium gestures.
Wow.
Anyway,
if you are a millionaire and you're not picking up Poodle in a Rolls, back it up.
Rolls. I don't need a Rolls. I just need I need something with good air conditioning. Otherwise, I'm going to have a problem with that.
Let's talk about Brandon and Julia.
Now I have to turn my thing again.
Y'all. So, okay. So Virginia's shut down. Their COVID story now.
30 days to wedding.
30 days to wedding. And Brandon is, or Julia's still upset because, Brandon's
he's not interested
kind
in
of
the wedding.
Note. There's really nothing for them to talk about, to be honest. This is a very short segment.
I will say, looking back, kind of like
looking back
on the memories of that dance we shared. Beneath the stars above for a moment. I don't know the lyric.
All the world was right.
Yes.
How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye?
You gotta go with all his. And I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the days. I used to love when he would go, the dance.
He has one of the most beautiful voices in
practiced
music.
it. I would sing it in my room, practicing.
Oh,
to
everybody
his.
did.
Thank you for making me
Everybody
feel not
did.
special, but
No, I'm just saying you were part of. And did you learn to play it on piano? I did.
Yes. That's like he's like the only country artist I really enjoyed my whole life.
Garth Brooks was kind of like even more than Shania. He's like Elvis. He defied.
Yeah, I agree.
Where are we? Virginia. Okay. Y'all love that name, Virginia. And so Brandon basically doesn't want to do anything at all.
Grandmother's name, or my great grandmother's name, is Virginia.
I love it. So at first I started to be like, why is Betty cutting Brandon's dad's hair? And then I remembered, oh yeah, it's COVID. I cut Poodle's hair. That's what we all did then.
I will say,
y'all remember that? Remember that about this time last year?
Everyone was cutting
like,
everyone's hair.
I need a haircut.
That was that was all happening. I like
Tiger King.
I wrote that
the longest year ever.
That this is the worst version of Barbershop ever.
Where is Queen Latifah? I need her in this.
I think that's Beauty Shop, but they're making jokes.
That is Beauty
while
Shop.
They're doing it.
Yes.
It's like, well, missed your hair, and I'm like, oh, they came with jokes for the barbershop.
Oh, they did. They sure did. They sure did.
And so
and Brandon's like, why are you cutting without glasses? Oh yeah.
Oh, guess I better do that. I can lop off and you got another one. Wow, 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 wow.
Now,
how can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that the villain of this storyline, of all time, of the whole storyline, would have actually been Brandon, not Mama and Papa Brandon, who seemed very reasonable about all this.
Okay. I appreciate you saying that because I literally about to come out of my mouth I was going to say,
don't pull over.
Don't pull over. That's not what I was going to say. But it is, I don't want to admit this, but his father was making a good point.
And the mother was being really kind to them and trying to. And that's why I think we did see them play up earlier in the season more than who they were.
Possibly. We had sissies that have like worked with her and say that she is that cuckoo about Brandon.
I'm sure she is.
And so, but Don, it's Don, right? Is that the father name?
Ron.
It's the same. And so Ron basically, he says, because they're talking to Brandon about the wedding, he's like, yeah, it's going fine. And even Ron is like, Brandon, you should be excited about this. This is your wedding. Why are you not, you're not just like, hey, it's another day. He's like, are you happy down? And Betty's like, are you happy down deep about this?
And he's like, yeah, I'm not ready to give up or anything. And then he says,
that's why I love her.
The dumbest fallacy that everyone repeats, every American repeats on this show, and some of the foreigners. 90 days is just too short of a time to just figure out if we can get married.
We get it.
That's not the point of the visa. The point of the visa is that
Well, but that's not the point of this show.
I know, but I'm saying the point of this show is based on a fallacy.
I know, but then it takes the teeth out of the show and it's not dramatic.
I'm just talking about real here.
I know, but I'm talking about as a producer.
But it's based on a fallacy.
When I make a movie about you where you pay like a saloon girl, I'm going to be like, she's got to get.
That's real.
The movie's going to end
real.
This saloon girl's got to get 10 fucks by the end of this night or she's going to explode, even though that normally wouldn't happen.
Y'all, someone make a movie or a short of just post my face on a saloon girl. Don't pull over again. I got to get out of this fucking neighborhood.
Don't pull over. Preferably a saloon girl like Angela Lansbury from the Harvey Girls. Oh, she was gorgeous.
I don't remember her in that movie.
That was maybe one of the gayest things I've ever said.
You referenced Angela Lansbury and the Harvey Girls, which is actually a Judy Garland film.
Yes. Have you seen the Harvey Girls?
I don't think I have, actually.
Oh, that's a good movie.
This is queer.
I think that's her.
I don't. Angela Lansbury has a long career in film. She was actually in a movie called Gaslight. Speaking of gaslighting, The Manchurian Candidate. Even when
oh yeah, she was in the Harvey Girls. Oh, you kid.
Even when Angela
older.
Lansbury was young, she was playing character women who were older than her.
It was like I just
kind
read
of like me.
It's like Debbie Duke or who was in True Blood, the character actor.
I don't know who you're talking about.
She's
Debbie
in
Duke.
True Blood. She always plays like
Deborah Ann Woll.
Strong...
No,
not Deborah Ann Woll. She played like the wolf people, the women. Like
yeah.
Hair.
I remember her, Debbie.
She was in Riverdale. She played his mom. Remember?
Whose mom?
Cole Sprouse's
no, that's
mom in
Gina
Riverdale.
Gershon. You're thinking of a completely different person.
Not Gina. She played the woman that she owed money to.
No, I think that was a different actress. No, I'll let you have a lot of rope here. But when you
the woman that Cole Sprouse they owed money to, who ran the drugs and they stopped the drug.
Oh yeah,
ring.
I remember her now. Who?
Yeah.
So why'd you bring her up?
Well, because I was just reading an article about character actors the other day, and she said in the thing, she is one of those, she just looks Southern and hard and old. And she said since she was 20, she's been playing 50-year-old women.
That
because
woman
that's just
doesn't
how she
look old. No.
Well, I'm just saying what she said.
She's
she looks hard.
She's gorgeous.
She looks hard.
She's not a character actor. No.
She is. Yes, she is.
No, we're gonna have to move on. No, the woman who played the drug dealer is like, no, you're incorrect. She's pretty. Like character actors are usually not the leads. That's why they're called that.
I'm talking about Martha Boseman.
I don't know who that name does not sound familiar to me. Let's move on. No one gives a fuck about any of this.
No one really does.
So frustrating. Like you just went on a rant.
Julia's listening to this, and Brandon probably going, "What the fuck? I just wanted to hear about us."
Let's move on. I'm going to take this by the reins because you're obviously touched tonight.
I had a 10-minute nap and some of my dad's Milo's iced tea, and I'm wide awake.
So basically, the parents are trying to get them to get married early because they don't know what COVID is going to do. And
they say, like, yeah.
Mom is like, let's do the ceremony. Brandon's like, well, we could do it next week. And Mom and Dad are like, no, we're saying like 3 days from now. So
you got to
they basically say it's 29 days out. And the minister, Mom comes in and says, guess what? We got the minister. We're going to do the ceremony in 2 days.
2 days. And that's when Julia's like, what do I wear? I have nothing. I don't have dress. I don't have shirt. I don't have hair. What do I do?
Mom has already offered to go do all of that with her. This is all production high stakes.
But I just want to point out I know that we talked about Rebecca having they should have called yesterday's episode Rebecca and the very, very, very bad day because that's what she had. But this is the difference of Rebecca freaking out about, and I know it's a little different. It's way different because Rebecca's doing a lot more. But I got to give it to Julia, who was so excited about this church thing, was so excited about her dream wedding. She just kind of is like, she fucking rolls with it.
No, she got pragmatic.
Okay,
she's like, yep, here we go. I will say one thing about Russians, you guys. I was talking about this with a client today. Russians and Russian Republic people, it's like former Soviet republics, even Natalie, they're very pragmatic. They're very like, yes, now we have to do this. Now we must do this. It's not a lot of dithering. They just go for it.
Ooh, that's a great word
Dithering.
I haven't heard in a long time.
Not since 1879.
18 again, saloon girl. Martha Boseman.
I'd be like this.
Oh,
hey, cowboy.
I'm going to make you watch the Harvey Girls.
Oh, no.
It's wonderful.
So anyway, Brandon says, well, his mom does offer to let her wear her dress, and I went, please, 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 just try it on,
Please. Okay, we make fun of her, but I'm telling you, when my cousin Lolo, my cousin Kelly, my other cousin Kelly, my cousin Chad, this is all the wedding dresses the women wore.
The big sleeves, full neck.
Big sleeves. It always had that head tiara for the veil.
Yes.
Always. Because you did the tiara and then the under. It was so, she looks ridiculous, but that's what everybody was wearing.
Cousin Lolo. I don't want to hear about Cousin Lolo anymore.
Her dress was so big. That's where they all sang at the wedding. She had some friends before while everybody's walking in saying, go into the chapel. And then she sang a song to her husband.
At the wedding?
Yeah.
You know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I feel that way.
You can
too.
sing at the ceremony, or you can sing at the reception. I'm kind of okay with that, but just enjoy your wedding. No, there was one more thing that Brandon said, let's get it out of the way. And Julia went,
yeah.
Wah, wah. What an idiot. So this is the thing, you guys. He keeps sabotaging this with her. And he knows what she wants by now. He knows. He is
not stupid.
No, he knows what she wants. Either he's just fucking with her or this is production stirring up stuff. I don't know. But they're going to get married. Here's let me book report this.
I do think he has a stubbornness streak in him, though.
Let me book report this. They're going to get married. Hazel and Tariq are going to get married. Tarzal's going to get married. Mike and Natalie are already married. I don't know. Jovi and Yara getting married. Rebecca and Ziad getting married. Stephanie and Harris, probably not.
Probably not.
And I don't think Andrew and Amira. So those are two couples that aren't getting, but I think all the other 5 are.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
sorry
the
to
end
take
of the whole show.
Sorry to take this.
Why did you say the whole show? Like, we're done.
No,
that's it.
No,
y'all.
I'm saying
subscribe to Reality Gaze Podcast, Doc.
I'm saying I'm not trying to take the stakes out here, you guys, because we can be along for the ride. It's fine to be along for the ride, but know when it's okay also to know when you're getting played. And then to take that with a grain of salt. But the thing about it for me, I kind of love to see that, and it makes it more fun for me.
I think Brandon and Julia are going to be on Happily Ever After.
Probably. I could see it. She's a star. She's a star.
She is.
And strangely, so are his parents in a weird reality show way.
Can you see her like go-go dancing on the farm? Let's do it.
I'd watch them. He's a loser.
We should probably take a commercial now, right? I'm done.
Yeah, we're 15 minutes in.
Y'all,
now that I ruined the
Mike
show
and Natalie
you.
and Tarzal, right when we get back, we're back.
I can see your pores. Back away.
Now I know how I can freak Poodle out during live shows.
Also, I can see those bags in your eyes. Boy.
I know. Well,
Gotta maybe put
Can I make my lazy eye go that way to freak you out? Can I do that?
No, it doesn't enough. You can't surprise me with it. When you get tired, it'll start going the other way, like whoop.
It's true.
Actually it goes this way. Whoop. And I'm like, which one do I look at? Which one? Which one? Which one do I look at?
It's like
very confusing.
It's a dance.
And I glad I didn't know
which eye to look at. Y'all, Mike and Natalie. The music
it's your wedding day.
Whoa. The music is so dramatic. It's just one note that boom, boom, boom.
Oh God, y'all. This is like full on Blair Witch. And I've got to say, Natalie, the camera work she's doing,
I'm telling you,
is fantastic.
Give her the fucking Emmy.
Because in between her looking at herself and putting the phone, she knows her fucking angles. And then when it kind of went and they focused on Mike like he was a Sasquatch in the woods.
It was
I
incredible.
was clutching my pearls.
It was.
I've got to say, I know I've been
great.
hard on this storyline and saying a lot of it is fake and made up. I don't care. I am here for it. I'm here for every crying moment, a beautiful cry or Natalie. I was sitting there like this. I was riveted in a real way.
I was just about to say it was riveting for real.
In actuality. I'm telling y'all.
Every time of that woman's child that said riveting at the dinner table.
Well, she said that she taught her son to do it when his father was talking when her husband was talking a long time. She's like, but unfortunately, he started doing it when I'm talking. And I'm like, you got yourself a poodle.
Yeah.
Too late.
And Natalie, so she's saying, today is supposed to be our wedding day, and I'm leaving.
She's a lot calmer than last week.
Yeah, I'm going to the airport. She is much calmer. And so she's flying to the airport. She's going to France. She's scared. She's like...
she's very scared about flying because of COVID.
She ends up... She's like, y'all, we see Uncle Bojangles. He walks in.
He's helping her with luggage. Hit it. Here we go.
Yes, Uncle Bo, let me show some. Look, I'm sorry if I was rough on you, Uncle Bo. I'm so sorry. Give me a hug.
No problem. No hard feeling.
You're a good person, Uncle Bo. Good person. I'm sorry.
Hit it.
And then he says, have a good life.
No, the best quote of the whole episode. You fucked this up. She's like, but I'm sorry. I will not keep in touch with you.
I didn't hear her say that. That's
the best line of the whole episode. Uncle Bo, I'm sorry I was hard on you. But I must tell you, Uncle Bo, I will not keep in touch with you. You understand. That's what I'm talking about by this like pragmatism, by this Russian Ukrainian pragmatism. I'm sorry, I will not keep in touch with you. And he goes, kind of looks to camera for a minute and goes, hit. Yeah, that's
good.
I'm sorry, I will not keep in touch with you. You understand? Yeah.
You see that.
Yeah, I understand. It didn't need to be said.
Thanks for saying. It's like when I would go up to a hot guy in West Hollywood and try to look at him, and he would look at me and say, "You're fat and built like a pear." Thanks. I knew that. Didn't need someone to tell me again.
Yeah, and and he probably and that's something that was something he'd already said to you. Yeah.
People are horrible.
But I'm sorry, I will not keep in touch with you.
I will not keep in touch with you.
So anyway, he's Mike, the Blair Witch. Boom. We see Mike, and I go, it was literally like Blair Witch.
I thought it was Sasquatch. I thought
too.
we saw Bigfoot in the woods. It was done.
I was losing my mind.
I wished I would have watched
this. Was all Natalie. She's filming this on her phone.
Yeah, give her a fucking camera, TLC.
She's an auteur. She was making her own films.
It was so
It's not just sushi in a really bad appropriational Japanese costume that she was wearing when she's making so she's talented. She's a filmmaker, y'all.
She is.
Anyway, I wrote down this is fucking compelling. So I will say I've been complaining about this storyline the entire time. This episode made up for it. I'm sold. Now, I know they're married.
They made you eat your lunch.
I know they're married. But I know it. But you know what? Damn, they've taken us on a ride, and I can appreciate that. So both things can be true.
You do love a ride.
I do love a ride. Mostly in side saddle. Both things can be true. Production amps the stakes for something, and some things are a little fake timeline wise. Also, shit happened, and shit was very dramatic. But both of these things can be true. So when we say storylines are fake, we don't mean the relationship is fake. We mean things have been produced within an inch of their life.
Maybe we think of a different word to say that. Maybe I feel like fake's not the correct word.
I think you're right. We should. I think we should say produced, maybe overproduced.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I agree. We agree.
Boy, if
I
you're
said I
watching
think
the
you're right.
video right now, I'm
said,
speechless.
I have said you were right before.
I count on one hand.
I do feel bile rise up in the back of my throat when I say it, though. So anyway,
Mike is crying. He's like walking out of the house, and he
full
just
on
says,
crying. And
sorry.
she's like, no, she's like,
I'm
find an
sorry.
American girl and be happy.
I'm sorry.
Good for you, Natalie.
And she said,
Sorry,
I think he is weak, and his actions are weak.
Michael is weak.
And then why did I write it's his voice?
I don't know.
I don't know why.
So she's basically having a panic attack in the car while we're waiting for. He's like, Natalie, can I have a hug? Blah blah blah.
She's like, no, why you do this to me? No. Yeah. So she gets in the car
with
and he's
Tamara.
talking with Tamara, aka hey everybody, I'm gonna take you to the airport.
We need to go now.
Lady Bojangles. And so so Natalie is talking, and so she's like, Mike, no, I can't do this. Why are you
Drive, Tamara? Drive, Tamara.
This was like out of a fucking bank robbery of like, go, Freddie. It was, and so she says, right down a dive. They're driving along for about 5 minutes, and then we actually have an exclusive scene here at Reality Gaze. I know we don't like to mention this a lot, but every once in a while, Sharp Productions will give us a little bit of like audio of a footage. They didn't. But anyway,
this is a really crappy way of explaining this. But yeah,
we have some footage. And we like we like to present an exclusive scene of Tamara and Natalie.
Boy, you really branded this poorly. There's got to be a better way to say it.
What?
An outtake, not an exclusive scene.
Why don't you take your judgment and shove it up your ass?
I'm just trying to
rim
brand
your throat with it.
Some of your branding is just really leaves a lot to be desired. So I'm trying to brand it better. How about an exclusive Reality Gaze Theater outtake? A Reality Gaze outtake.
Sure.
It's better than what you came up with.
So y'all, they're driving down the highway.
And I got to go back to get my credit card.
Exactly. So imagine it's full on silence. Poodle will be playing the role of Natalie. I'll be playing the role of Tamara. And see.
Brink. Oh, text message.
Do you want? Oh, what do you want?
What's he saying? What is it saying? What is it saying?
Here, do you want some Cheetos? I brought them in the back. I have a whole thing.
How do you have so much still in your car?
I know. I knew. Oh, sunny beaches. We got to go get that card. Oh,
what? We have to go get we have to go back?
Oh, no. Sunny beaches. I'm so sorry. We're just going to go back and get that card. But look, if you want, I might have an extra card. If you look back, I have my emergency kits. The one thing I kept in here, because, last time I had with my dog, Rover and Ronald, whenever they, I had that dog trimming quit, whenever I cut off, I have an extra card. Maybe we can use that.
I don't care about any of this. What? Please, Tamara, I am in crisis.
But we can't go to the hotel because we don't have the card. I'm so sorry.
So we have to go back?
Schnockers, see, if I wasn't moving stuff from my car, but that's not your fault. Oh, okay, we're going to...
I wish this jousting thing equipment wasn't poking me in the back. It's a tough,
I
tough
couldn't
thing
take that out because I have to go rehearsal directly from dropping you off at the airport. It's right by my combat theater. Do you want me to be late?
Yes, but did you really need the chainmail armor?
I am method. And scene.
This poor woman, had to endure. Lady Bojangles.
When they texted her, her face was like,
she was, oh shit. And Natalie's like, She's like, what do I even do? She's looking back to Natalie. She's looking at the phone. I will say, this isn't fake. If it is, give them the Emmy. That's all I've got to say.
So they have to go back and get the card. And Mike comes out and gives the car. And Natalie's like, Tamara, can we go? Can we go? Can we go?
Don't you talk to him.
And then,
he said,
hold on. Okay, you had to wait that long because it was the longest pause ever before.
Oh, it was.
It was the longest.
And it was that weird audio that cuts out.
And then you could just hear the wind going.
And he goes, Natalie, can I have the ring back?
Ba, ba, ba. I bet you screamed again.
Oh, I went,
what?
Y'all, she freaks because who would?
The audacity after everything they've been through with this ring for him to ask for the ring.
The audacity of it all.
Count your losses, Mike.
So then she's just like, no, I'm very sorry. I will not give it back.
She's like, no, I will not.
He's kind of arguing. He's saying, give me the ring
like,
back.
I want it back. It reminded me of a sketch from The Family Guy because she kept saying things and Mike kept saying, but I want it back.
Yeah.
No,
but I want it back.
Mike, I cannot. I want to remember this ring, the pain and suffering you caused me.
She does say that. I want to remember the pain and suffering.
And then silence. 2, 3. So you're going to keep the ring?
And then he says, irregardless, can I give you one last hug? Irregardless. Fuck me.
And you're not going to sell it?
Yeah. You know what? It's none of your fucking business what I do with this.
Oh, you're a monster. Tamara, please.
Tamara, drive! Tamara, drive! 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 Tamara, drive! Drive! Tamara! Tamara! Drive!
And then as they're driving away, Tamara just looks at her and says, yeah, I think Mike just wanted to give you a hug. Tamara, no. This was.
I have a feeling we're going to get.
Off.
I agree with you. I have a feeling we're going to get part 2 of this nuttery next week.
It's going to be
at the hotel.
The way they are looting, they can't go to the hotel, y'all, because the card member's not there, and they have to drive back.
I'm without speech.
Let's talk about something that makes us speechless in another way. Tarzol.
My daughter Hazel, she is the best worker in the shuttle. She's never seen a dustpan she didn't like. And she can do the work of 4 men. No one's as good with the cows as she is. Anyway, Tarzal, we will miss you. I will miss the 6th daughter of Tevye.
We all will. We will.
So
90 days are coming up for them too. They're kind of doing wedding stuff. They're just Ari doesn't want to wear a dress. They're putting a dress
which
on
is really
Ari.
common with like kids who have autism. Anytime it's on their person, it's
a feeling
like dental appointments.
Texture.
It's even more than that. It's just something on their person. They don't like to be bothered with their physicality. Like you always ask to touch. In fact, you try not to touch. It's better that way.
You should just touch children anyway.
No,
That's
you shouldn't. There's
now.
no reason you need to. Yep.
Oh, good. No.
So after he's apologized for talking to the girl in the Philippines.
Yes.
But he is saying there's a lot to do. Then he says that's pressure on your ass.
Wake up, Tarzan.
And all I thought was, Pressure on My Ass is another autobiography in the cycle.
Is it an autobiography, or is it your or is it more of like a I think that's your sex tape.
Yeah.
I think that's your sex tape.
So
Because as you were getting fucked, it would just be bing 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 bing. And then when
pressure.
Well, they wouldn't say under pressure until you had an orgasm.
Pressure.
It just would be a loop. Yeah, it would just be a loop of bing, 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 bing.
That's my oath.
This time we're going too fast.
I'm kind of shocked you know David Bowie.
I mean, who doesn't know that song?
That's true. You don't know like Changes or or
I know Changes.
Sing a little bit of the chorus.
I can't. I don't know it as well as Under Pressure, but I do. It's like it's not the changes. There's another one.
Changes.
Yeah.
Stay the same. Changes. Yeah.
They played David Bowie a lot on the radio, so I think that's where and then he sang other stuff. Rest
Heroes?
in peace. I know. I've heard that
cover.
Song.
Yeah. Cool. So they are the big thing, you guys, is Tarzal. Hazel is going to because she doesn't feel like she can be honest with who she is.
Yes, keep going.
Okay, so she's going to come out to her parents via Skype.
And the big thing is, y'all, they have nothing to do left in their story. That's it.
It's true.
I'm going to break this down for y'all right now. Poodle's going to be Hazel, and I'm going to be a gay twink producer named Tyler, who is wearing like a sweater from Banana Republic, khaki jeans, and like New Balance shoes. So Hazel,
yes.
So, how's your relationship with their parents? Yeah, don't you think?
I love them very much.
Yeah. Do they? Yeah, they love you too. So, we're gonna tell them that you're into chicks. We like that. We've been discussing. We feel like it's the right time.
They are very religious.
No, I think it'll go great. I think they'll like you.
But what if they don't
like you more? We have nothing. We have nothing from this storyline. Please, for the love of God, help us. If you're going to get paid, tell them you're a bisexual. See you at Craft Services.
And scene.
That's what happened, y'all.
I that's kind of what it felt like to me, too.
Yeah. This came out of nowhere.
It was not how we say an organic moment.
No.
Even when she's like picking up the phone, she's like, "What am I doing? What do I say?"
What? Yeah, she is so confused.
So she is talking to them, or she talks to them, and she's like, "My parents are very religious," and it shows that flashback for Tariq going, and them like talking, speaking in tongues and crying. And like the service was like 4.5 hours long.
5 hours. It was such a good episode, y'all. It was such a good episode.
90 Days had so many great episodes earlier on.
I think it still does. I think we're still going to talk about some of these moments from. It's yeah.
So anyway, they are
the horse is just older now, so we trot a little slower.
Right. So she's very nervous. And then she basically says, "Oh, how are you, daughter? Everything's fine, blah, blah, blah." And she's like, "Pa, would you be angry if I like women?"
This sounded literally, and you just said it the way like Laura Ingalls Wilder would say something to Mike at night when they're going to bed.
"Pa, would you be angry if I loved box?"
Focus, pan out on cabin. Crickets. Doot, 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 doot.
Pa,
doot, doot, doot.
Would you be angry if I just wanted to munch cooter all day?
Doot, 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 doot. Doot, doot, doot.
And his immediate response is, "Oh no.
Oh no." That's fine.
I just gotta say, I have a feeling the translation may have been taken a little liberally here.
I think Paul just got off the phone and went, "Hey, everybody! I think Hazel wants to be a pilot."
I did like it when her mother came on and said, "This is the quote from the mom. This is unacceptable. I hope it will be gone soon.
We need to pray fervently."
And I hope it will be gone soon is also what I said when I looked at my last STD test.
Same.
This is unacceptable. I hope it will be gone soon.
Pray fervently. Just pray.
Pray. Don't take antibiotics. Just pray.
That's why we pray.
We gotta pray just to make it today. That's why we pray.
Pray.
We got to pray just to make it today.
Remember when MC Hammer? Yes. And he would remember when he would travel with 100 people?
Yeah. And remember when he owed the IRS $20 million?
They all took his money.
They all took his money.
I think he's probably a good guy. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think he's a bad guy at all.
I think he's a reverend now.
He's probably too good of a guy. He wants to take care of people. That's the problem.
Let us know if you got any MC Hammer stories.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. So Hazel,
she does say
Dad's like, if you're happy, I'm happy.
And she says, "This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat of my drum. I'm not brave. It's a damn. I went to be. This is me." I'm not going to go off of how that movie is super manipulative and is completely partial in the plot.
Well, and you should have ended that song with, "This is me." Because that's the way Hazel would say,
"This is me.
This is me." So
Dad does say, "If I'm happy, you're happy.
You're happy." And then Mom says, "Nope, it hurts me."
I liked it when I think Mom said, "Are we done? I need to go now." And I've said,
I was just mouth open.
And that's when I said, that's what I say when I'm leaving a Trix house, when I want to leave a Trix house.
It's very true.
Are we done?
Very true.
I need to go now.
So Hazel feels, I guess, kind of
a little more validated.
A little more validated.
Dad says it's okay. Mom is kind of like, "Nope, I need to go."
As a queer person, I was very happy that her dad seemed fine with it.
I agree. I was barely worried. I'm actually glad too that it wasn't this perfect rainbow coming out thing. That it wasn't the fairy tale that a lot of TV and movies show us. And this is much more close to reality, you guys. Maybe one parent is like, "Whoa," or you tell your parent separately about this, or they both have negative opinions.
Yeah,
you just never know.
Don't know if Mom's going to come around quick though. Don't think that's going to happen.
Religion's really hard with that, you guys. It's just
especially evangelical. So,
right.
So the cut to y'all. But Hazel's going to get freaky deaky, and she's having her bachelorette party.
She's really excited.
She's like, "I don't know what happens. I just watched the movie."
I've seen bachelorette parties in movies and television. So maybe she's seen
Girls Trip,
Girls Trip, or what's the
Bridesmaids.
Bridesmaids.
That's probably what she saw.
So
they go to this party, and Tariq invited some of his friends, and Tariq has a surprise.
Angela and Michelle, who's her Instagram friend,
and then someone from Central Casting they hired because they needed somebody.
And Kia, who's got jokes.
She's great. She's the reason why you can tell because she's funny and pretty. I was like, "Oh, she's an actor."
And all the others are like,
they're pretty too. They're actually all really pretty women. Actually, I noticed that in the thing. Even when the dancer comes up, I was like, all these women are beautiful.
So y'all, a dancer comes in with her mask on, and Kia's like, that child is naked. She just came up here naked.
And this is a dancer that Tariq
bought
gave her
for Hazel. So this just tells you Tariq knows what she likes. So the dancer starts dancing. I haven't seen Hazel so happy in the 2 seasons we've seen her.
This
her
is
face
the happiest
lit
that she's
up,
been. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and the dancer's like making her booty clap. Then she's like does a handstand. I'm like, that bitch just did a handstand.
The bitch was fucking working. And Hazel says, Tariq chooses the right one. And she says, I know she doesn't mean it this way, but it just feels icky
It's
every time.
gross.
She's like, she's the right skin color.
Yeah, it's gross. Now, I
don't
will say
like
there-
that.
but that's
But
American.
I'm a white person and
No,
an American.
I know, but that's an American thing. You can say that because in Asian cultures and different kinds of cultures, it's perfectly acceptable to talk about how light your skin color is. It is.
Yes.
It's a perfectly. I'm not saying that's not iffy here. I'm saying that's not where she's coming
But she
from.
has no idea of the racist,
Right.
not even overtones, just the
No.
the racist sounding language that it sounds.
No, she has no idea.
And she also is happy about that bass, got that bass. No, she likes
She
that
likes
butt.
big butts.
And Tariq didn't lie; he brought it. So
I thought that was kind of the sweetest thing we've seen this season. Strangely, is Tariq buying his wife a female dancer.
Hey, when you care to send the very best. Y'all, that's the show.
Every kiss begins with ass. That's the show.
That is the show. You can go to realitygazepodcast.com. Y'all, I will be in LA next week, so we're going to be doing shows together. I think
It's
I will
also my
unpause my
moving
cameo.
week.
I'll be doing cameo next week, I think. Poodle, I'm going to make pause. But but if he forgets, come at it on cameo and make him work for it in the middle of movie.
I think I'm almost getting my phone stuff squared away. It's still being quite a problem.
I'm going to have to come to town and take care of things.
Oh God.
I'm just going to have to take over. So y'all, you can do that. You can, don't forget March Madness Review Palooza. Leave a review right now.
Do that tonight.
Doing it tonight. Seriously. Like say, hey Siri, remind me in 1 hour to leave a review of the Queen.
Siri will go, oh, you want to look at movie reviews of the movie The Queen?
The Queen. No, Siri. I want to leave a review with the two gay guys. Oh,
Two gay guys in a pizza place.
You wanted to In-N-Out premiered in 1997. No, Siri. I want the two freaking Southern Marys talking about stupid shit. Oh, you want to watch porn.
It's always going to go back to porn.
It always is going to go back to porn. So, y'all, please leave a review. We're picking 5 reviews. Those 5 people from April of 2021 to 2022 are going to get a year of the Reality Gaze Extra.
Reality Gaze
Supercast,
Extra on Supercast.
The $8 tier. So that's going to be happening. We forgot to mention them. Y'all, do not forget that we still have a couple of weeks and a half of the month. We want to remind everybody that all of our merch proceeds go to, we're doing for a charity.
VDay.org, which is Eve Ensler's organization to help women out of sexual assault, incest, trafficking.
And it's also, if you're in the Facebook group, it's one of the announcements in the Sissy Squad. You can go and we give directly to all that money. I think we're at like just under 2,000 now.
Yeah.
They really promote awareness through art and culture for people that affect people like Amira, who are because
totally.
I think this is such an appropriate time for us to bring that up, and that this is what we can do. It's something that if you feel like you want to feel action for that, we always say we have 8,000 people in that group. If everyone gave $1 a month,
think what we could do.
And if you can't give $1, we fucking get that too, girls and boys and men and women. It's hard.
Some of you had asked on our Patreon that if there was an automated way you could give money because when you're listening in your car. Unfortunately, there's not, because that money that's our earnings, and then that money.
Yeah, if you give us more money and say, "Hey, I'm giving you $100, donate," then we get taxed on that, and then that's not.
Then the
fun.
IRS does not like that.
Then the IRS, and also too, if you're in the Facebook group, we appreciate that. What that does, that we don't even get the money; it just goes directly to them.
It goes directly, and so then it's just charity. We don't have to worry about it.
And if you don't want to go to the Facebook group and you don't want to buy merch, just go to vday.org and donate.
It's tax deductible.
You don't have to put our name on it. We don't care. It's not about us. It's about this organization. So y'all.
And tune
And
in
this-
next in March to see what charity will be. Donating to.
they've been, you mean April?
That's what I meant. I'm moving. Don't come for me.
Y'all, we call these people lonely hearts
God.
because aren't we all just the loneliest lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places, but specifically Sequim, Washington, everybody. Is that where we are?
Sequim, yes. And you know, if you've often said to when you've often answered your child when they tell you they're coming out as, "Are we done? I have to go now." Call us.
Call us. Drive, Tamara, drive!
Damn it,